This Sunday, the Las Vegas Raiders travel to Cincinnati to take on the 3-5 Bengals. This will be a tough game for the Raiders to win for a couple of different reasons. First, the Bengals are a much more talented team than their 3-5 record suggests. The Bengals, much like the Raiders, have lost some one-score games, and also like the Raiders, they have been soundly beaten. Like this past Sunday when they fell 37-17 to the Philadelphia Eagles at home. Continuing in the same theme of just like the Raiders, they have also turned the ball over and had costly penalties as well. However, they are neutral in the turnover department as they have caused and given away 8 turnovers. Meanwhile, the Raiders are the worst in the league at -13. Ouch! If the Raiders plan on competing in this football game, I am talking really trying to go on the road to the Natty and perhaps win a football game, then they must not turn the ball over, and it really is as simple as that. Just doing that will not get you a victory, but if they turn the ball over the way that they have been, it will surely cause them to lose yet again, dropping their already dismal record to 2-7, and even more chatter about whether AP is the right man for the job will only get louder. However, Pierce could definitely quiet some of the noise if the Raiders were to come away with a victory on Sunday. The Bengals are winless at home, so they will be hungry for a win in front of the Cincinnati faithful. Let's talk about what the Raiders defense needs to do in order to slow down this Bengals offense enough to be able to come out victorious in this gridiron matchup on Sunday at Packer Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. When you face the Bengals, you already know it is going to be Joe Burrow getting the ball to his #1 wide receiver Ja'Marr Chase. The chemistry that these two have is real, and it is extremely hard to stop them. Jack Jones and Ja'Cory Bennett will both have their hands full with Chase. He is a full load pause. Luckily for the Raiders, Bengals star wideout T. Higgins looks like T is going to miss the game with a nagging quad injury. Notice I said luckily because at 6'4", 220 pounds, he is a matchup nightmare. Zach Moss is a nice weapon at running back, and also the twin Chase Brown, who played against his twin brother Sidney last week, who plays safety for the Eagles. Max Crosby, Tyree Wilson, Adam Butler, and the rest of the Raiders' defensive line will have to get after the run and also get after Joe Burrow, making sure he is not sitting in the pocket patting the football. They have to make him move around and run for his life a tad bit. They can let him be comfortable in the pocket because he will pick the defense apart. Also, Bengals left tackle Orlando Brown looks as though he is going to also be out for this game. As of now, he is listed as doubtful and he did not practice all week. If the Raiders' defense is not on the field too long due to turnovers and 3-and-outs, they have the talent to compete with thus vaunted Cincinnati Bengals offensive attack. The status of Raiders inside linebacker Robert Spillane will be crucial as well. Right now, the leading tackler in the NFL is listed as game-time decision. On the offensive side of the ball, like I stated before, the Raiders absolutely must not turn the ball over. They have the worst turnover ratio in the entire National Football League at -13. So first item on the game plan should be that do not fumble or throw an interception, period. That means Gardner must take care with the football. Not only that, the offensive line must block better, and that is just plain and simple truth. They have to be better. Jackson Powers Johnson will make his debut at the center position, subbing for Andre James, who is out with an ankle injury. Not sure who is going to play guard. It will be some combo of Parham, who was limited all week, in Whitehair or Meredith at the guard spots for the Raiders. The Raiders need to get the ball into the hands of star rookie tight end Brock Bowers. They need to do this early and often. Also, Jacoby Meyers needs several targets because he does produce when called upon. The Raiders' rushing attack has been disappointing to say the least. However, offensive coordinator Luke Getsy must not totally abandon it. He needs to run more jet sweeps and reverses. He needs to give Bowers some rushing attempts too. If the Raiders can play clean, they have a shot at beating this talented Bengal squad. If they get out there and turn the ball over, they will get popped, perhaps blown out, and lots of people will start to call for Mark Davis to fire somebody. Get the ball to Bowers and Mears and do not turn it over, and the greatness might have a shot. I do want to say that scouting this team, I felt as though this is the best team the Raiders have faced this season. However, the record does not reflect that. So this Bengals team could be ready to take off. Let's just hope it is not this week.